It has become almost a given for the Executive and the National Assembly to clash when it's time for the presentation and consideration of a new national budget. We witnessed this in previous administrations, and this trend continues even with the arrival of a new administration. Nigerians may be in for another round of clashes between the Executive and the National Assembly, as the Senate is accusing the Executive of submitting an incomplete medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal policy paper to the Senate.
If you look at this document that they call MTEF, it's empty. Going through and knowing that it's empty, on October 16th or 19th, this is my letter. I wrote to the Minister of Budget and National Planning, and I stated, to enable the Senate objectively review the MTEF from a holistic fiscal perspective, we deem it necessary to invite you to a meeting to brief the leadership of the Senate on Tuesday 1st. And the Minister failed to turn up.
However, the Minister of Budget and National Planning, Senator Udo Udoma, has expressed surprise at the accusation by the Senate leader to the effect that he snubbed the Senate and refused to turn up for a scheduled meeting on November 1st, 2016. In a press statement, it said that while acknowledging receipt of a letter from Senator Ndume inviting him for a meeting with the Senate leadership, the minister said the meeting was eventually moved by agreement and wondered why Senator Ndume would go on the floor of the upper chamber to say he failed to turn up when he was aware that the meeting was rescheduled. More pointers to a strained relationship between the Executive and the Senate were shown as the Senate spokesman is asking public officials not to make careless statements capable of setting the public against the National Assembly.
It's good for Nigerians to begin to look. Are we sure that this government is not padded with some people who want to frustrate it? Maybe there's government padding also.
In July this year, Senate President Bukola Saraki set up 2 committees to reform the country's national budgeting process. But how much can the recommendations of these committees work when the National Assembly and the Executive cannot set aside their differences and work together to put together and implement a national budget? Linda Akibi, Channels Television News.